Protecting tropical rainforests. In this video, we're revising for your GCSE Geography Paper 3 exam. We'll cover two global strategies, CITES and REDD+, and a case study, the Juma Sustainable Development Reserve in Brazil. Tropical rainforests are being deforested for cattle ranching, logging, mining and farming. This leads to biodiversity loss, increased carbon emissions, soil erosion and impact on indigenous communities. So how are rainforests protected at a global and local scale? First, CITES, the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. CITES is an international agreement that regulates the global trade of endangered plants and animals. For rainforests, this means restricting trade in valuable hardwoods like mahogany and protecting endangered species from poaching. The advantage of this is it reduces global demand for endangered species. However, the limitation is it depends on the countries enforcing the rules properly. Next, REDD+, reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation. REDD+ is a UN-backed program that gives financial incentives to developing countries to protect forests rather than cut them down. Countries are paid to keep trees standing because forests store carbon and reduce climate change. The advantage of this is it makes conservation economically worthwhile. However, the limitation is that monitoring and corruption can be challenges. Now the case study, the Juma Sustainable Development Reserve in Brazil. It covers over 5,800 square kilometers of Amazon rainforest. Local communities receive financial support to protect the forest instead of logging it. In return, they commit to zero deforestation. Money is invested in healthcare, education, sustainable farming and monitoring. As a result, deforestation has significantly decreased, carbon emissions have reduced, and local livelihoods have improved. This is an example of REDD+ in action. To test your understanding, use this information to answer the following 4-mark question. Explain how one named tropical rainforest is being sustainably managed. Feel free to pause now before the example answer is revealed. One example is the Juma Sustainable Development Reserve in Brazil. Local communities are given financial payments through the REDD+ program to protect the forest instead of cutting it down. In return, they agree not to deforest the land. The money is invested in healthcare, education and sustainable farming, which improves living standards while reducing deforestation and carbon emissions. This would be worth 4 marks because there is a named location, I can see a clear explanation of the strategy, and there is an explanation of the outcomes and impact. Good luck on your Paper 3 exam. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more geography videos.